reports now where the Lions are trading Amik Robertson. I seen one in Buffalo. I think I seen one in the Raiders a while ago. No, he was with the Raiders. It was somewhere else. Let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as of right now, he's the nickel corner for the Lions. And he's doing a hell of a job playing a nickel. I think a lot of people seen what he did to Justin Jefferson on the outside. Going back to his last year with the Raiders, he did a phenomenal job playing the outside for the Raiders. Remember that pick he had on Christian Watson in the end zone? That was beautiful. So I think most people are looking like, he's more suited to be on the outside. And with the Lions having Ennis Rackstraw, who they have played a lot of nickel, he's really an outside corner because he never played nickel. And having Brian Branch, they probably say about he's expendable, but he's not. He's really not expendable because all the injuries the Lions have had, their defense is predicated on versatility. Amik can play outside, inside. Rackstraw learning to play inside, he's outside. Terrion's probably going to be your number one corner pretty soon, if not next season. DJ Reed, he can play inside, outside. Brian Branch can drop into the nickel. He can play safety. They have a lot of versatility. And I think Amik Robertson is just so important to what they're doing because he can give you whatever you want. So the Lions would be foolish to move him. A lot of other teams had an opportunity to get him. They didn't. So I think the Lions will be foolish to trade him, especially for pennies. It's too much value there. Even when bringing the other corners in, he provides too much versatility. He hard-nosed, man-to-man, does a great job at the nickel tackling. There may come a time where somebody may struggle or somebody may get injured, and they might need him to come on the outside and play and hold it down. And when you got a guy like Justin Jefferson in your division and he guards him well, why would you give that up? And obviously he wants an opportunity to go start on the outside for sure. But really, you starting with the Lions. It's a base. These teams are base defense is not nickel. It's not 10, 20, 30 years ago where the base defense is 4-3 or 3-4. No, a lot of these base defenses now are nickels. Big nickel. That's what they doing. That's how they rock it. So, I just think he provides too much value. If I'm being honest, I believe he provides too much value to the Lions to give him up. I mean, really, they may be thinking extension if they can. And I know for him, he'd rather go somewhere else and start. I get it. He'd rather go somewhere else and start on the outside. But sometimes, you're in a perfect situation. Sometimes you're in a perfect situation. And, you see this a lot with social media. Social media will trick you out your spot. You're in a perfect situation with a perfect young lady. You think there's better out there. This is, different ain't better. Or you might be a young lady, you think your man should be doing more because you see this other young lady, her man doing. Perception is always not reality, especially on social media. Sometimes you're just in the best fit possible. Ben Wallace was in the best fit possible. He left and, it's kind of like Mike. Remember that movie Like Mike with Bow Wow? He lost his shoes and couldn't hoop no more. Sometimes you're in the best situation possible. Sometimes we take things for granted, our sight, our feel, our touch, our kids, our family, our cars, our home. and always be living in hypergamous mindset. We can do better. Sometimes you do better and it's more stressful. You ain't happy. You know, I don't know how the people going to Africa and talking about they don't have anything, but they're such happy people. Happiness is what you chasing, bro. Sometimes happiness, you know, it may seem complacent. You may want more. It ain't. And I think Amik Robertson is in a perfect place for him. He's indicative of what a lion is. Tough, gritty, you know what I'm saying? Scrappy, hard-nosed. DJ Reed is the same way. Terrion is kind of the change-up guy. Dennis Rackstraw, same way. Tough, scrappy. Think he was a premature baby. Tough, scrappy. Amik is kind of the color guy. You look at that defensive backfield, look at that defense. You say, who the color guys on that defense? Like the guys that got the personality. And that was the problem with the Dominican Seward and Calvin and Matthew. Nobody had the real leadership qualities, the verbal leadership qualities, and that's why that team really didn't win. When you look at this team, you look at the defense, you think Aiden Hutchinson, you know, colorful guy. You think Terrion Arnold, colorful guy. You think Kirby Joseph, colorful guy. So, you know, and even Alexander Zoney is, you know, you kind of see him step out of the shell a little bit, becoming a fan favorite, colorful. So on three different phases of the defense, you got guys that kind of that verbal spark, you know. So, and Amik pop this shit too. So I just love the way they put this team together. I'm hitting a rough patch on the road, a lot of construction, but I love the way they put this team together. But Amik is too valuable in my opinion. I think he's too valuable, and that's just my opinion on it. It doesn't make it factual, or it's an opinion. You know, he do too much. He hard nosed. He play well, and it just wasn't the Justin Jefferson game for me all year. And then another year where you got this defense together for the majority of these guys. You put DJ Reed in there, you're gonna draft some guys, but they should be even better this year after they get used to Calvin Shepard and whatever Calvin Shepard gonna call. So. I know they want to be a man-to-man team, but I think they should kind of veer a little bit more to balance, you know, but to a little bit more zone. But that's just my opinion. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live with our video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App,